Hello Aries, this is Carrie from Celestial Forecasts with your bonus reading for the first half of June. General reading as always, it will not resonate with every single person, so please do take from this whatever makes sense for you and release the rest. If you're interested in your own personal private reading, all of that information is down below in the description box, and I will also include a link to all of the card decks that you see here today. So we're going to start off with these two card decks. These are the messages that I will be pulling from for the focus messages. The first deck is the Divine Dating Lovers Oracle by my soul sister Angelic Revelation 144, and this deck is the Journey of Love by Bridget Rao of Divine Essential. So let me set this one aside and let's grab a couple of messages from here, Aries, to start things off for you. Angels and spirit guides, please, for this bonus reading. For Aries, for cross watchers, and anyone else who's been guided to tune in. Okay, let's take a look at this. Guided to this one immediately, we have adventurous. So the two of you together, Aries, might be a very adventurous couple, or if you're just into that type of adventure in your life, you know? So let's see what else. We have honeymoon. Okay, so this could, of course, indicate a honeymoon phase and a connection or an actual honeymoon. Let's see how that actually ties into this reading. And also, if you have pictured a life with somebody long-term by way of marriage, to where you can experience this adventurous honeymoon. Okay, so we'll have to add to this, of course, to see what else that's referring to. Angels and spirit guides for Aries. For your journey of love, let's take a look and see what else needs to come through here. Let's grab this one here. Look at that. You're on a journey of love right now, Aries. And also if the number 11 might be of significance to you. That's quite interesting because this journey of love just might result in union for some of you guys. Let's grab one more. Number 8, protection. I just want to keep you safe and warm. What I'm also getting from this is adventurous honeymoon would obviously more than likely involve traveling, which is not the ideal thing to be doing right now during the pandemic. I mean, things are slowly starting to open up, but it's still, you know, the whole world is still really treading lightly as far as traveling, I feel. And maybe your person just wants to be able to protect you from the virus. I mean, whatever it is, just everything going on throughout the world. I just want to keep you safe and warm. This is somebody who's very protective of you, Aries, or you might be protective of them as well. All right, so let's add to this and let's see what else needs to come through for this reading. So we'll start with the Mystic Moon Oracles here. Angels and spirit guides for Aries. For this bonus reading, for whoever needs it. What is it that you would benefit from knowing right now? Recognition. Recognition of the type of bond that the two of you share. And sometimes we don't end up recognizing how somebody plays a significant role in our life until they're not a part of our life. So if that's what you're going through right now, perhaps that's why it's reflected here. Or they might finally be recognizing how much you mean to them, Aries, and that they are very protective of you. But this journey of love between you and this person, it's not quite done, I'm feeling here. Let's see what else. It's a situation that needs healing and balancing between the two of you. Look at this. We've got observer. So they're checking you out from a distance, Aries. They're watching you, more than likely on social media if you guys follow each other. They've got questions that they perhaps want to ask you, but, you know, if you're not together, if you're not speaking right now, maybe that's not possible. We do have compromise. Perhaps this was lacking. in the connection, because compromise is an equal give and take between two people. And if that wasn't happening, that could have been an issue in the partnership. We do have regret coming through. Your person might have some regrets over how they conducted themselves in the connection, how they interacted with you, things they might have said, things they might have done. And now they're in this dark night of the soul energy. They could be very anxious, paranoid, depressed, in freak out mode. They're just in a very dark space at this point in time. We also have a no answer. And this could be you, Aries, telling them no. It's like, no, it's not the right time for us to talk or even come together. No, I'm not ready. Look at this. We also have commitment coming up next. No to commitment. Somebody is saying no to commitment here. Could have been your person. It could have been you. It could be either of you, Aries, that's saying no to commitment right now, which is why things are out of balance. But the thing is, this person, I feel, has really pictured a life with you long term. They've allowed their heart space and their mind to travel to see what the future has in store for the two of you. Even as far as marrying you someday. Going on a honeymoon with you someday. And perhaps you've allowed your heart and your mind to travel there as well. So maybe these adventurous excursions are going on in the 5D for now rather than in the 3D world. We do have grief coming up also. So if you look at these two pictures, so we've got one person who regrets what they've said or what they've done, and it definitely hurt the other person. They're grieving, they're sad, they're brokenhearted. So whatever side of the fence you fall on here, Aries, when it comes to this, are you the person that's grieving, or are you the person that has regrets over what's happened between the two of you and why there is no commitment right now? But you guys are coming through as soulmates here. So there's this very deep spiritual connection between the two of you. Two souls that are connected to each other. I do feel for my masculines. We do have two male figures in these photos here, regret and dark night of the soul. I just feel for my masculines here, my male masculines, because masculine energy can be male or female. I'm just feeling more so for my guys here that there's this need to do some shadow work here. There's healing for sure that is needed here to address certain behaviors that are self-limiting, especially for my masculine. I feel they might tend to self-sabotage as well and create blockages between themselves and the feminine. So some shadow work is needed here. And then we have this Muse card, which I do love because it's really an indication here, Aries, that you can create quite a positive outcome here for this situation, for your life. I mean, obviously your person has to do some shadow work. If they can actually do that and release things that no longer serve a purpose, and release whatever blockages are in their way so that they're not actually stopping the progress that they can make in their own life. If they can put in that work, then you guys can work together and paint a different outcome here, paint a different picture as to where you guys end up. We also have the Twin Flame card coming through. So look at this. Whether you identify more with twin flame or soulmate, they're both being represented here. This is a soul connection. It doesn't matter whether you identify with one label or the other. And this shadow work might ultimately open up your person's eyes to commitment. They might be closed off to it right now because they've got so many regrets that's going through their head. And if they do tend to self-sabotage their progress in their life, certainly their love life. Because if they don't do this work, they might just be settling for whatever it is that life hands them. But it doesn't have to be that way. We've got the energy of spring coming through. This could, of course, be the spring season, but it's also a time of growth and lessons that need to be learned here. So there's effort that needs to be made in order to get you guys moving forward rather than being stagnant and frozen in time. The potential for growth here in this partnership, it's still here. You don't have to settle for what is if you're not happy there. You can actually create something way more beautiful than what you guys might have envisioned for yourselves. So let's add to this and let's see what the other challenges are, or what else we can add to this. This is the Pining Rose Love Oracle by Calico Moon. Angels and spirit guides for Aries, please, for this bonus reading, for whoever needs it at this time. We have music coming through, so there might be a song that you listen to that reminds you of this person, Aries, or they might. Whenever I see any references to music, I feel some of you are gifted in music. You might be a musician, a singer, a songwriter, play an instrument, or it could have been music that brought you guys together. And then we have a yes answer coming through now, see? So there's progression that's being made here. So it might be no for now. That's because the shadow work hasn't either been started or completed, but eventually you're going to get your yes answer from your person, Aries, or they might get it from you. There is an awakening that's happening here, which is so needed. And somebody who does that shadow work will go through an awakening. Yearning. We have a piano right there, so another reference to music here. You're yearning for each other. Despite whatever reason as to why you're going through some issues right now and why you're not together, no communication, or in separation, there is this yearning energy. What you're yearning for is a new beginning. But because it's not happening right now, you know, it's torturing you, it's torturing them. But this is what you're both wanting, I feel. Be mine. And definitely connecting on that soul level. All right, so let's add to this with some tarot. This is the Palette deck by Sal Biadora of Eat, Read, Love. Angels and spirit guides for Aries. What else do we need to know here when it comes to this connection? We've got the Knight of Swords. So some of you might be dealing with an air sign here. Libra, Aquarius, or Gemini. So the Knight of Swords, very action-oriented. They can be very impulsive. They could be a little bit tough, especially their exterior. Very ambitious individual. They know what they want. They go after it. And they don't want anything to stand in their way. They could also be very opinionated. This could be your person, Aries. we have the Queen of Wands coming in as well. So for my feminines, this is you coming in as the Queen of Wands. You also, if you're feminine tuning in, you might be older than your masculine. But this Queen of Wands is very exuberant, very vibrant individual. Very determined. Very confident. This is someone who shines from the inside. And they love themselves. They own their flaws. You know, they're not afraid to rock it, whatever it is that they represent in their life. And, you know, they don't care what other people think. They're just confident being themselves. And if this is you, Aries, especially my feminines, you're coming through as this Queen of Wands. And if your person wants you, they're going to have to take action. We also have the Seven of Swords. So this gives us a bit of an indication of what happened here to tear you guys apart, because this Seven of Swords is deception. This is betrayal right here. So I have a feeling here they really hurt you, which is why we have this grief energy right there. And maybe that's why for now you're saying no. It's like, hell no. You hurt me. You broke my heart. You betrayed my trust. You were deceptive. You lied to me. It's like, no. And that might explain why they have regrets and why they are in this dark night of the soul energy and why they have to do that shadow work. They put themselves there, basically. But we do have the Strength card, which is Leo. Beautiful card. This is the need for patience and to have the will to overcome the difficult part of your relationship for now. It's a reminder for you to realize how strong you actually are, Aries. And strength comes in many, many forms: physical, emotional, spiritual, and mental strength. You can actually achieve positive results in any given situation that you're facing at this time, Aries, not just your love life. And the Strength card is one of those cards that represents a blessing in disguise. And that blessing comes in through mistakes or wake-up calls that we make. And this could certainly be your person. They're getting that wake-up call, which is why they do have regrets over how they conducted themselves. But look at this. We have the Nine of Cups, which is wish fulfillment right here. Cups is water. Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces. This is comfort. This is satisfaction. This is a wish come true. This could also be, for some of you, dealing with somebody who has a drinking problem. That's just a part of that interpretation. And we also have the Empress coming through here. So my feminines also coming through as the Empress here. This is a mother figure, so some of you guys could have had children together. But this is manifestation of growth when the Empress presents itself in a reading. This is beauty. This is fertility. Very nurturing energy. Very creative energy. Also tapped into luxury. But clearly, something painful happened here. This Ten of Swords is a painful ending here, which is why we have grief, regret, dark night of the soul. More than likely why they're checking you out from a distance, because you guys are not interacting in the 3D for now. So that explains why it's going to take time to see growth, why it's going to take time to learn these lessons, why it's going to take time to have to go through this shadow work, because you guys have been through something very difficult and very painful here, because somebody betrayed the other person. There was deception, lies, trust issues. And yes, that includes infidelity and third parties, competition in love. And then we have the Five of Coins, which is Pentacles. So that's Earth, Virgo, Capricorn, Taurus. Somebody was left out in the cold here. This is insecurity. This is tapped into worry and that feeling of poverty, like you don't have anything. And maybe that's how they feel without you, Aries, that they literally are out in the cold and they have nothing. Because without you, they have nothing. And they brought that on themselves. And if this resonates with you, you already know that. Okay, so let's see what else needs to come through here, guys. Let's grab some romance angels. Angels and spirit guides for Aries, please. For this bonus reading, for whoever needs it, especially when it comes to love and romance. Look at this. We've got romantic feelings. Your feelings are real and worth exploring. So, they still want you, Aries. You still want them, perhaps. We have soulmate. We have twin flame. We have be mine coming through here. A desire for a new beginning. There is an awakening that's happening here. You're connecting on a soul level. We do have new love, which has a couple of interpretations. New love, a second chance at love with your person. This could certainly also be indicative of those of you who are not interested in a reconciliation. You want to go your own way and find love elsewhere, and you have that chance to do so. Trust is coming through here because there were trust issues here clearly. There's been a betrayal. There has been deception. Your person regrets it, Aries, but they still have to win your trust. This is something that you both have to do right now, is to love yourself first. To be able to offer your cup of love to yourself so that you can heal from this. Love yourself first. That needs to happen. And surely your person needs to love themselves at this time too. And that's what that shadow work is all about. The attraction between the two of you, clearly, it's here. You attract romantic love by enjoying this moment fully. So it's important to acknowledge that. Okay, so let's add some Lover's Oracle to this, Aries. Let's see what else. Angels and spirit guides, please. We have close your eyes and tell yourself that you deserve to feel joyful. You can allow joy into your life regardless of the circumstances you currently find yourself in. Yes. And that's because you have to appreciate just being alive and just being given another day to do for yourself what you can in your own life on your journey of love. Part of that journey of love is towards yourself. You know, and that's, I get it. It's hard to do when you're dealing with a broken heart and you're grieving. But if this is something that you can put effort towards to allow joy and happiness into your life through family, through friends, through people that uplift you, or even through music that can uplift you and make you happy and joyful. Let's see what else. What else, please? We do have passion coming through here. A magnetic and seductive quality surrounds you at present. Enjoy it. Indeed. And for those of you who are open to new love and just going in a new direction, you will be able to attract that passionate connection from someone. If that's the energy that you're in, that's what you will attract towards you. Look at this bottom of the deck. We do have playfulness. Laughter is the best therapy. Have some fun together, and remember, love is the greatest healer. You know, and this is coming through, I feel, because when you guys are spending time together, you do have a lot of fun together. You have a lot of just fun spending time with one another. You enjoy this person. Lots of laughter. You don't even have to go anywhere. Just being together makes you happy. That's what I'm picking up from that. And you will be able to have better times ahead if you're both wanting that. If you can get onto the same page, if this person actually puts in the effort to do the shadow work, there's healing that's needed here for both of you. Lessons that need to be learned for sure, but there is the opportunity for a new beginning here. You know, yes, you had a very painful experience, but you can start over also, either together or on your own. You've got choices here, Aries. Okay, so let's add to this. This is another deck by my soul sister. It's called Ghostly Whispers of Love. It's something that I've been using lately, and I really love the messages from this deck. All right, let's add to this. Okay. Let's see. All right, let's grab the bottom of the deck here. What do we have? Okay, starting off with this message. Connect with me creatively. Maybe you are both very creative people. And part of that creativity might have something to do with this reference to music, especially for those of you who are able to write songs, for example. Being able to write a song for somebody and express yourself in that way is very creative. Some of you might love to write poems, you know, however way you're able to connect with your person in this creative way. Next message, I embrace you in spirit when you cry. Okay, your person realizes that they hurt you big time. And even though they can't be with you right now energetically, they are letting you know that they embrace you in spirit when you're upset, when you're crying, when you're grieving. And they do regret that they've done this to you. Next message, I will always be your lover. And maybe that's how you feel about this person, Aries. That regardless of what's happened, this is someone that you will forever be drawn to. Somebody that definitely feeds your passions. You always want them to be your lover. And hopefully they can be again. Next one. I want you to be happy. So, even though you're not together right now, Aries, they definitely want you to be happy in your life. They want nothing more for you, just your happiness. Last one. Dance for me. I feel your vibrations. Music, dance. So many of my readings have been coming through with some sort of reference to music. And for those of you who enjoy dancing, perhaps your person knows this. Okay, so that's what's coming through this time. All right, guys, so let's close this out with some final messages. This is my self-created one. It's called the HeartSpace Oracle. So let's go ahead and grab some messages from here. To tie this all together. Angels and spirit guides for Aries. for this bonus reading. Some final thoughts tied into this connection. So for now, it is a no answer from you or your person, but we do have a yes answer. So eventually, part of the journey of love here for the two of you is that maybe there's a chance that you guys can work this out. For those of you that don't want to work it out, there is new love that's coming in. Okay, what do we have? You are my love of a lifetime. You see that? This is how they feel about you. A lifetime, honeymoon, adventurous. This is somebody that wants to finally realize they've gone through this awakening, that they want to be able to spend their life with you. And maybe they weren't able to do that before. And they have regrets about that, but they see it now. They've had that epiphany, that awakening. It's like, holy crap, if I don't get my act together, I'm going to lose my love of a lifetime. Next message. I don't know what the future has in store for us. All I know is that my life will never be the same without you. And they are acknowledging that. And nobody knows, obviously, what the future has in store. But they're telling you here, Aries, what they do know is that their life will never be the same. If you guys aren't able to overcome these obstacles and come back together, their life, as far as they know their life to be, will forever be changed as a result of you being a part of it. And you not being a part of it, their life will forever be different. Not to say that they're going to be sad and wallowing in their sorrows forever, but future relationships that come after the two of you, it'll just be different. That's what I'm picking up from your person. I was lost before I found you. Exactly. And without you, this is truly how they're feeling, Aries. Lost. Regrets. Incomplete. I was lost before I found you. And the last message, you're my dream come true. You are my love of a lifetime, and you're my dream come true. And if they never told you this in the 3D world, they are certainly communicating themselves now. And maybe you really needed to hear this, Aries. They don't want anybody else. They want you. And maybe you guys had to go through this very painful experience in this relationship for them to finally understand this. And if you still want them, they're definitely coming through, letting you know here they still want you. So it's up to you. It's up to you. Whether you want to go in a different direction and find love elsewhere, or try to work on this partnership. Because I feel once they've learned their lessons, once they've done their shadow work, you're going to be surprised with the changes that this person has made in their life and what they're willing to bring towards you with a second chance. All right, guys, so that's where I'm going to leave this one. I do hope whatever part of it made sense for you, that it helped you out. If you're interested in your own personal private reading, all of that info is down below in the description box. And I'll see you guys next time. Take care.